Hey guys, so I asked you guys in my sneak peek video for the Tarte Today Special Value if you guys wanted to see my initial reaction to the products, see me trying them out for the first time. So I did go ahead and film that because a lot of you said you were interested. So if you guys want to see me using these products in action, this is the stuff that I am wearing on my face today, with the exception of the mascara. I'm not wearing the mascara, but everything else I am using for the very first time. So if you guys want to see my first impressions, keep watching. No makeup. Sorry, I know it's a little bit scary, but all I have on my face right now is moisturizer and some primer, and then I'm going to use all the stuff that came in the kit. So got the hair on my face. I'm going to start with the foundation, and I have this in the color Light. This is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Foundation. I'm really looking forward to trying this. I've heard really great things about it, and I'm going to use the foundation brush that comes with it. It's very important to wash your brushes before you use them. I, however, forgot to do that last night, and I really want to use this stuff, so I'm going to use it even though it's not washed. So do as I say, not as I do. It's a very good idea to wash your brushes beforehand. So the packaging looks like this. It's a little squeeze tube, and let me take the little protective seal off. I'm hoping this is a good color for me and it's not too yellow. So we'll see. Oh, it looks like it might be alright. It'll be okay. It's definitely kind of a thicker foundation, as you can see, kind of moussey-like in texture, but I was expecting it to be thicker, especially when I hear like clay in the name. So you can see it's just kind of like a moussey type texture. And I have a mirror here, so I'm just going to dot this on my face. Doesn't really have much of a scent to it. I tend to use less foundation than most people. I don't know why, I just do. But for the sake of this, I'm going to try to use a decent amount. So I probably need to go in and use a little bit more. I didn't use that much. Especially with a big brush like this, I feel like you need to use a little bit more product. It's a very big brush. The brush itself is really nice and soft, very dense, kind of heavy though. So I mean, it's not like super heavy. It's not like 5 pounds or anything like that, but it is quite heavy and quite big. But it's nice and it's soft, and it just spreads that foundation on really nicely. So it's nice. It doesn't feel tacky or sticky or anything like that. It's not like overly matte, not that I can tell. It has a good amount of coverage. I don't know if I would say full coverage. I mean, that's like the normal amount of foundation that I normally use, but I'm sure you could build this up. Let's do that. Like I said, I tend to use a lot less foundation than most people. Whereas some people will use like a whole pump of foundation in one go. Like, I don't use too much. Like, a bottle of foundation for me will last like over a year usually. I don't know if that's normal. Is that normal? I don't know. But I do like the coverage, and I like the finish. It's not like I said, it's not like super matte, but it's not like dewy either, because I have like oily combination skin. Like my T-zone and my nose area will get quite oily. So it's a nice finish, and like I said, I do like the coverage. I wouldn't say it's like super full, honestly. I would say it's more like medium to full, and it's definitely blendable. Alright, so that's the foundation. It looks like it's a pretty good color match for me. Like I said, I like the finish of it. It doesn't feel like particularly heavy or anything like that. So the next step usually in my routine are my eyebrows. So I'm going to use their Brow Architect, and it comes in 3 little parts basically. There's a little spoolie here, and here's like the brow product that you use to fill in your brows, and then it comes with like this like powder, I guess, to highlight. So I'm just reading what it says on here, and it says, get your brows in line with Tarte's latest innovation, the Brow Architect Shaper, Liner, and Definer. It says, using the 3-in-1 Brow Perfector, you can shape and define brows with ease. First, hide strays and shape the brow using the underscoring concealer. So I guess that's what that is. The define, the white part. I guess it's a concealer. It's like a powdered concealer. And then it says, then fill in and define with the universal pencil. for the perfect finish, comb brows to stay in place. So I guess the color of this, the one that I have is in Fair Light, and I guess that refers to the concealer part of it, and then this is like the universal like brow pencil, because in my haul video yesterday I wasn't sure what the color referred to, but I guess it refers to the concealer. So it says to use that first, but honestly I like to fill in my brows first. So I just wanted to zoom you guys in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. So I'm going to first go in with the little spoolie and brush my brows up. It's a really small spoolie. I'm used to them being bigger, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. So now I'm going to take the brow definer, and I'm just going to use that to fill in my brows. And normally I like to use a powdered brow product, like a matte brown like eyeshadow or something, to fill in my brows. I'm not a huge fan of pencils just because they're really waxy and you end up applying a lot more. So I like a drier type brow pencil if I'm going to use one. The shape of this is like a little like triangle like wedge thing. So I'm just using like little tiny strokes to apply this. And I like it because it's not so waxy like most brow pencils that I've used. They can be really, really waxy and they kind of clump your little brow hairs together, and I don't like that. It doesn't look very realistic. So this is nice because it is a little bit on the drier side. Go in with the spoolie again and just brush my brows back into place. Now I'm going to take this concealer portion of it. So it looks like that. It's a little powder concealer, and I'm just going to use this just to go right underneath my brow, conceal any like little hairs that need to be plucked. And also just, I guess this acts like a little highlight as well. Just going to blend that in with my finger. So I just zoomed out a little bit so you guys can see the difference. This brow is not done and this brow is done, and it looks actually pretty good. So far I'm happy with it, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this guy in. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have both my brows filled in, and I kind of like this. I like the fact that I can just take one product with me. Like I can throw this in my purse if I need to do my makeup on the go or something, instead of having to bring my eyebrow powder and like a brush to do my eyebrows. I noticed with the concealer part of it, it is like a powder concealer, but it's almost kind of creamy in a way because it's really thick. It's not just like powdery, like dusty. It's a little bit on the thicker side, almost kind of like a powder cream hybrid, which is a little bit interesting, but yeah, so far I like it. Next thing I normally do in my makeup routine is my eye makeup, and since this set didn't come with any like eyeshadows and stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and just do like a quick eye, and then I'll be back and I'll use the rest of the products on my face. Right, so I did my eye makeup real quick, and I'm actually going to go in and use this Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This was not part of the kit, but I had it, and it's a Tarte product, so I thought I would use it, and I have this in the color Light as well. This is actually a very thick concealer. You don't need very much of it at all. I do like this concealer. It's nice. It has good coverage. It's very, very creamy, but it's also very thick, so you do have to kind of work with it a little bit. I prefer using my finger to just kind of warm it up and allow it to spread a little bit better, but I do like this one a lot. So I'm just going to set my face makeup with some powder, and I'm using just the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder, and I'm going to get a little bit of this. And I just used a Real Techniques buffing brush to do that. I do like to have a little bit of bronzer too, so I'm just going to use my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder and my Sedona Lace FB05 brush. I'm just going to use this to kind of contour a little bit before I apply my blush. Time for the blush, and I'm going to be using this guy, and this is in the color Fearless. This was in the kit, obviously. It's a nice kind of bright pink color with a little bit of like gold shimmer in it. And I'm going to use my Sedona Lace FB03 brush, and it's just kind of like this tulip shaped face brush. I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush, tap off the excess. So I can definitely see like the shimmer in this. And it's really nice because you can't actually see too much of the shimmer like on your skin. Actually, I don't really see much of it at all, so that's nice. And I noticed that as the foundation has had time to just kind of sit on my skin and set, I do really like the finish of it. It's not particularly dewy and it's not matte. It just has this kind of a little bit of like a glow to it almost, which I wasn't expecting to have because it was like a full coverage foundation. I don't know why in my mind I was expecting it to be like really matte, really thick, but it's actually really nice. It has a very like natural finish to it and I really like it. The last thing in this kit is this Amazonian Butter Lipstick in the color Plummy Rose, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on. So it's quite pigmented. The pigmentation is really nice. It goes on really smoothly. Has a nice like minty scent. If you've ever tried their like lip surgences, that's what it smells like. And this color isn't too far off from my regular shade. As you can see, this part of my lip isn't done yet. It's a really nice kind of natural pinky color. So it's nice. I think it would be a nice like everyday type shade. It feels comfortable on my lips. It went on really nicely. It's a cream finish. There's no like shimmer or frost to it, which I like. And it has that kind of like cool like mintiness to it. So that is it. Those are the products that are in this Today's Special Value set from Tarte. I know a lot of you have already said that you guys are picking it up or have picked it up already, so I can't wait to hear what you guys think of it when you guys get it. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks. Bye.